let's get started. The Detective Jones read, "Oh, who the fuck is Jones?" Story, Part 2. Previously on Detective Jones. "Detective Jones, come into my office at once." Siree Bob screamed out of his cramped little office, well aware of how pathetic it was for a man of his age to have such a shamefully microscopic office. Detective Jones should have had no part in this novel at all. He sort of accidentally appeared and decided to stick around. Who knows what good it would do? This novel needed some action, some true detective work. Otherwise it wouldn't sell for shit. You're not gonna cut it with some racism, sexism, weirdism, absurdism, and cum all over the papers, you know? Editor's note. "Yes, Siree Bob," I told him with a gleam. Read. "That gleam would later turn out to be you, and that's how I met your mother. You reached one ending of this book, turn to page 3 or restart the adventure completely." Also, Jonesy came. In my eye, he seemed uncomfortable. "Leave your hypergun and go undercover. We need to infiltrate the hypersphere." "Gosh, Bob, where do we begin?" "The undercover operation will begin with the Dutch ovens, where you'll be posing as a transporter of the chattel." "Say, Bob, this smells pretty Jewish." "I'd say you'll be smelling pretty Jewish by the end of all this, Jones. Anyway, I think they're called German ovens over there," Bob continued. "But that's right, Jonesy. Word is the Jews have got moles on the inside of the Dutch operation." He glanced around conspiratorially. "And they've asked us to root 'em out. How do you like that, Jonesy?" And then there's the footnote that's all fucked up. Now, on Detective Jones. It didn't take long to infiltrate the hypersphere. Everyone who has put in the required 5 minutes of study knows that it is possible to access any room of the hypersphere from hyperspace through sheer power of thought. Once inside, I began making connects with the local Wojamba suppliers. The first one I came across was a fellow who went by the name of Wacky Dan, the Wojamba man. He was pretty hard to track down, what with the large and golden Wojamba supplier plaque on his door. And that was when the LSD kicked in. The door flew open into the wall and shattered neatly off its hinges. "Where the fuck is my money?" roared LSD. Futile. The room was empty save for a mirror on the opposite wall. Thwarted, LSD sits to contemplate his reflection. 3 minutes in, he discovers that his life is a perfect metaphor for the clueless consciousness of the 21st century emasculated consumer man. Defeated by this realization, he absently-mindedly runs his fingers through his hair and continues to stare into the reflection. The end. Sad face. Now a message from our sponsors. The metaphysical concept of shame, trademarked. Feeling depressed? Did you just masturbate? Do you have a romantic lover that society tells you to leave because of prejudices? Try shame. Trademarked equals 1. And I'll see you on the next video.